Good morning, it is Paula Alfred, aka Miss Paula. I am vlogging for NuSplash, coming to you a lot differently this morning than I have in past vlogs in light of the situations here in the United States of America concerning Philandro Crassville and Alton Sterling and the police brutality here in America. I'm appealing to mothers of young black boys. I am a mom of two young, handsome, smart black boys, 10 and 5. And I had to have that hard conversation with my 10-year-old about what it really means to be a black man here in America, what it means to be a young black boy here in America. And I had to explain to him that no matter how creative or talented or smart or handsome that he is, he will never be equal. There's a possibility that he may be confronted by law enforcement at some point in his life. And the situation could turn very violent. The situation out of his hands, even with him complying, even with him not being guilty of anything that would warrant that type of activity, but that he could be gunned down in the streets like a dog. He could be beaten. He could be put in a situation that tested his manhood and made him feel lesser than an animal. And it broke my heart because you want your children to grow up in this world feeling fully capable of discovering their full talents and the exploration of their journeys. But when you have young black boys, you need to have that conversation because it's a reality, even at 10 years old. It's a reality, and they sort of need to know how to conduct themselves, to comply, to do whatever is necessary to survive. That's hurtful. But I want to know from other black moms, mothers of young black boys, how are you having these conversations? Share with us so that maybe we can take from the light in this darkness of what you're saying and what you're doing and apply it to the way that we're having conversations with our young men. It has really motivated me to really start an organization. I've started sort of putting a little framework around, organization for moms of young black boys and how we can equip them to understand the law, to understand their rights, to have a strong unit of professional, educated mothers behind them at all times, arming them with armor to just be able to live and breathe in this world. And I think that's the good that I could take away from this, is that it has motivated me to take the talents and skills that God has given me. I've always been a protester. I've always been a fighter, to use that in the good of helping others live and breathe. I would like to know what has been your takeaway as a black mom. How are you having the conversations with your young black boys? Are you having the conversations with your young black men? Do you feel as though they shouldn't have to deal with that? I'm going to close their eyes to that, and I'm not going to have that conversation with them. I don't think that that's wise. They're walking around here, and they're not knowing the reality is that they're target practice. The reality, nobody cares about. The reality, they're expendable. So if they're not going to make laws let me take that back. They're making laws that are equipped to make sure that these young men are in jail for petty crimes, that you go and spend these crazy, they give them these crazy sentences for these little petty crimes. So they're making sure they go to jail. So for those of you who aren't in jail, living your life, breathing, your human right, we can murder you. We can take you off the street, gun you down, treat you like an animal. Your mothers can protest, they can cry, they can get on the news, they can get with their local government leaders, they can get these lawyers, and we're still going to walk. It's still going to be justified. How are we having these conversations? So hurtful. It's so hurtful. Talk to me.